The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Andy Isabella. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
For Kenyon Drake. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Murray. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm. And nowadays, we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Newton. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
7, Cardinals nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now to return, this is David Johnson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On a handoff, it's White. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Down at the 39-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Newton. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Cam going to swing this out wide to Edelman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
I'm going back to you. 34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check in. Check in. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Escaping the pressure right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Patriots 7, Cardinals 6.
To throw again on second down. Murray. Flush to his right. Fitzgerald's got it right side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray got a man and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got them 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
It's 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he...
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
By the Cardinals.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the turnover, here's Murray. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Gain of 14. And the Cardinal first down.
First down, Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
14.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun now for Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
31 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gun. He's coming, double up. Check 50, check 50. Check nickel.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the handoff, this is White, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
A 53-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And got his man complete. Past the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. This one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Murray to air it out again. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
For the extra
you get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
13.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Demir Bird, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
Murray now on 1st down. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Murray again. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
He's crossing. He's checking play. Show him. Here we go.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
To Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead.
The kick.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Cardinals 20. Patriots 17.
McCann's got it teed up. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. White again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. To throw again. Newton. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it. No, he didn't. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They will run with White out of the shotgun. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
Gun. Watch the run. Watch the run. This side, baby. That's big side.
On 4th down, Newton. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Demir Bird with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Folk connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
20.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Johnson now returning. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
42-yard line.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake. Because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason, ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Murray now on 1st down. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on 1st down, Murray. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 25 yards that time. Back to throw. forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On the give, it's White. Ooh, with a juke. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They snap it to Newton. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run for it. This is White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with White. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll try and run it with White. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now here's Johnson. Oh, he shifts past him. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. To throw is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on fourth down. Back to throw. Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Touchdown, Arizona.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Beat up. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Today's final score.
We're going into the final play of this game. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right.